I wanted to show y'all this. I got my hands on a stack of semi-old wrestling magazines, some old WWF and assorted wrestling magazines. And me being a huge wrestling fan, guys, I was stoked. And these were relatively cheap. The guy was really cool with what he was selling them for. So I got my hands on some really cool stuff. So let's take a look and I'll show y'all what I got. Alright. Now the first one we got here is the Wrestling's Main Event. It is June of 2000. Wow, that's terrible. There you go. Sorry, I'm actually doing this on my phone today, guys. June of 1993. Get the Undertaker here on the cover. And this is really nice. There we go, guys. So we got some really cool stuff in here. There's Kevin Sullivan. There he is. There's a man right there, the Undertaker. That's awesome, guys. That's really cool. Alright, on to the next one we got here. Boom. Wrestling's Main Event. This one is from August 1983 with the late and great Roddy Piper. Man. Everything from Hogan to Barry Windham to Piper to Kerry Von Erich. This is awesome. This is a good find. Of course, some of it's a little loose. It's to be expected. You know, some stuff this old. Good old Jimmy Valiant, local guy around here. Old Boogie Woogie. Like I said, I apologize, guys, if some of this is a little blurry. Like I said, I'm using my phone for this one. It's late, and I don't really feel like getting the camera out, and you know, I'm lazy. So we got some really cool stuff in here, mostly black and white. But I think there are a few sections in here that actually has color. See what we got over there. We got Barry Windham. This is great. I haven't really gone through most of this stuff just yet. Kind of just taking my time going through it. Right there is the man himself, Hulk Hogan. Now, funny story about Hulk Hogan. He was also almost the bass player for the band Metallica. If you talk to Hulk, or if you ever hear his stories, and like he said, he was with the band. There's his band right there. But he was good friends with James and Lars, so he actually almost became the bass player for Metallica. So there's a little fun fact for you. So some cool stuff in here. So that's a really cool one. The cover's a little loose. Alright, on to the wrestling ringside. This is July 1993. Wow, this is a good one. This one's been around in WrestleMania. This would have been the Mania where they did the whole Caesar's palace kind of thing, the Romans and whatnot, and where Hogan won the title back. I think it was from Yokozuna that he won the title back. It was Brett versus Yoko, but Brett was blinded. So Hogan came out, and he got the green light to go ahead and go for the strap. So that's really cool. Mouth of the South, Jimmy. That's the cool thing about some of these older ones. It's black and white, but you have a few selections that are color. See, back then, color coming out was a really huge thing. And there you go, there's your color. And speaking of color, good old man Terry Funk himself, Bloodbath. That man, he still wrestles to this day, and that's amazing. Look at that. Old Terry Funk. Terry's the man. Got the Road Warrior. Turn that way, guys. Road Warrior. Man, you got some cool stuff in here, so that's a good one. Oh, look at that. This is the exclusive. This one, actually, guys, is worth a little bit of money. This is the Owen Hart Celebration of His Life Special Edition magazine. Of course, Owen was killed in the ring. Well, actually, he fell from the ring from about 50 feet into the ring using his gimmick, the Blue Blazer. That's a really big loss. Owen was one of my favorites. I remember Owen as a member of the Nation of Domination. Really good wrestler. So that's pretty impressive. I like that. All right, on to my next one. We have The Dark Days Upon Us. This is the WWF magazine, June of '97. So this must have been right around WrestleMania when he, I guess, I don't remember, guys. If you want to fill me in, when he won his other title in '97. These were some of the golden years of WWF, in my opinion, because you had some really good talent. You had Bret the Hitman Hart, of course, Owen and Davey, Ken Shamrock, some really good wrestlers. Of course, the revamp of the LOD. So you got some really cool stuff in here. This was in WrestleMania 13, which was really good. I think that was WrestleMania 13. That was, I think it's Psycho Sid versus, that was the submission match between Hart and Austin, which really catapulted Austin's career. I want to think it was, Psycho Sid versus Taker for the strap. And that was a great match, and of course, part of Taker's legacy. And of course, right here is the actual WrestleMania 13 for the WWF magazine. Look at some of the stuff. I remember getting the WWF magazine. Man, I miss some of this old stuff. Look at that. Look at that artwork. That's awesome. Some really cool stuff in here, guys. Just kind of going through it. See, I'm glad most of this was Taker, because I don't know how much longer we'll actually have Taker to see on any programming. So that's awesome. I have another Taker magazine. Rest in Peace is Undertaker. This is when Paul Bearer turns on the Taker to join with Mankind. I think that's how this one goes. So let's see what we got in this one. Vader and old Jimmy Cornette. If y'all get a chance to listen to his podcast on MLW Radio, the Jim Cornette Experience, you will laugh your ass off. Some of these failed gimmicks. Ahmed Johnson. Man, look at some of this old... Oh, man. I remember that game. That game was awesome. I'll do a review for that game here soon. Or I'll start doing my reviews. Sable. Or it's Sunny. I'm sorry. Like I said, guys, it's pretty late for me. But I really wanted to show y'all guys what I got here. Some really cool magazines. Another Taker. So this would be November '95. I like how they got some of the ring crew back here to be like minions. That's another one I want to do a review for. That was one of the best. That was the Mortal Kombat of wrestling games. Make Darren Young great again. So some really cool stuff in here, guys. And then, of course, an Undertaker special edition, collector's edition magazine. I guess it chronologizes all of Taker's. This must be around 2002, because there you have Hogan. This must have been Taker throughout the years during his transformation from the Dead Man to the American Badass. I guess back to the Dead Man. Really cool. And then last but not least, we have here Caged in Chi-Town. This would be, where are we at now? November '94. This must have been around the Taker versus Taker match, where you have Paul Bearer and his Taker, the actual Taker, and you have Ted DiBiase. And I forgot who played his Taker. It's not ringing the bell right off the top of my head. Of course, Big Daddy Cool Diesel. The Hitman. So some of the memories. Oh, there's the sensitive side of Randy Savage. Really cool stuff, guys. I mean, this is history. I mean, you don't see much of this stuff anymore, and that's a shame. So, nice little, for paying only $5, I mean, that was a nice little stack of history right there. So, what can you say for $5? That's a nice little stack of history, and you have wrestling history. I really think that professional wrestling is pretty much dead, but you got sports entertainment. So take it or leave it however you like it, but I prefer professional wrestling. With Taker, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Ahmed Johnson, Nation Domination, Owen Hart, the British Bulldog, even going back to like the Dynamite Kid and Jake the Snake. I mean, that was professional wrestling. That was when, you know, you really had the dynamic of being a persona. You know what I mean? But I'm going to hell to bed. I just wanted to show y'all what I got. So be sure to subscribe. Almost said follow. You can follow me too, but I'm going to call the cops. Be sure to subscribe. Hit the button right down the bottom, the red one. Right down there. Right there. I'm tired, guys, so be sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. More coming soon. More, actually, some good stuff coming here soon, guys. I got some unboxing and some revealings and reviews and some more little stuff I want to show you guys from my little vault. So keep it easy, stay nerdy, and I'll talk to y'all later.